Hey guys, girls, and everything in between. My name is Ryan Stuckey, and this is my new FIFA 21 career mode. It is going to be a manager career mode, and I am going to be going for Portsmouth. I myself am a Chelsea supporter, but let's be real, playing career mode with Chelsea with the 200 million budget you get isn't that fun. I want to get Portsmouth to the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League with them. And that's going to be especially hard because I am terrible at the game and it might be fun to watch. Don't know yet. I don't really care too much about how my guy looks. You have to have the widest guy in the world because I am one of the widest guys in the world. I get some random eyes. Yeah, sure, whatever. Brows, I do not care about. Nose, I'll get a smaller nose. Obviously, most of you probably don't know what I look like, so you can really judge on how I'm basing it. So, yeah, we'll just be completely random. Don't care about chin. Don't care about ears. Hair, not having accessories in my hair, that's for sure. So yeah, in this series, I'll be talking about the game in the menu screens, but I'll be playing 1 out of 5 games, and probably 1 game per episode, because the games can get pretty long. I'll try to edit as much as I can, but I was thinking while I do play the games, I'll talk about some topics, and obviously I don't really have any viewers at the moment, so I'm gonna think of the topics off the top of my head. And today's episode, well, actually, it will be today's episode. I will get into a game. I'll do a pre-season game. I will be talking about Jake Paul and Ben Askren. Because if you're in the FIFA community, you probably know about it, and you probably want to see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out. But I'll talk about that more when I get into the game and after I sort out my team. Fucking Royal Blue, that looks pretty good. Them pants are definitely changing. Blue? No chance. Black and blue, yeah, sure. Fuck a tie. I don't think socks really matter. The shoes definitely do. I'll do brown shoes. Yeah, sure. That's all done. Now to pick my team, which, as I mentioned before, it will be Portsmouth. And it's going to be Portsmouth because I believe they still have their stadium in the game. And if I'm going to be making Portsmouth a Premier League side, I want somewhere that has a stadium. I was trying to think of why the screen wasn't moving, but my controller was flat. So yeah, that doesn't help, does it? There we go, Portsmouth. I have no connection to Portsmouth, as I said. It is purely based on the stadium, and if they don't have the stadium, then that's a shame, but the stadium is blacked out, so that's a good sign. They probably do have it. International jobs, yeah, sure, I'll keep it on. Definitely going to have the transfer window open. Going to be playing a legendary because if I play ultimate, I'm just going to be losing by 6 every single game, and no one wants to see that. 5 minute halves, don't want them too long. Now, I'm Australian, so I go by dollars, but I kind of like sterling. I like the pounds. Just sounds better when making offers. Set the club and player strictest to negotiate transfers. I'll do loose. We need to get some players. European competitions, doesn't really matter. I doubt Portsmouth is going to make the Champions League first season. Not going to do financial takeover. That takes the fun out of it. Football's back. Yeah, thankfully football is back. It's been a while, but I heard fans are coming into stadiums again, and that is always exciting. Alright, pre-season tournaments. Now, if I was playing any other team, I wouldn't even participate in any of these, but I need as much money as I can possibly get because I am going to be investing in youth. And 1.8 million is not going to do that much towards it. Jeez, I didn't realise it was that bad. Alright, Invitational Cup, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. They give me some players to start off with. Alright, potential 59, that's not good. Yeah, release him. Release him. Baker, no, I'm not having that. Not having that either. Similar. Okay, now this one. No, just. Yes. This is what interests me. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 16 years old and 66 overall. He's already going to get into the first team, I think. Physical's not too great. The agility's good, so that explains the skill move, so that's not saying much. Sprint speed, it's really not that great. I might play him as CDM. I haven't decided what formation we're going yet. Holy, 87 curve, 87 ball control, 76 volleys, 73 free kick accuracy, and 85 dribbling. This guy's gonna be a monster when he grows. Well, yeah, when he grows up, I guess. He's still a youth player. That makes me think, should I play him CDM? I'll promote him to senior and play him as centre mid. First scout. Okay, I don't need instructions. I'll be setting them later. I should probably look at my team before I look at any scout reports, shouldn't I? Let's see. Portsmouth default. I hate that formation. You will not catch me dead playing 4-4-1-1. Not since probably FIFA 13, I believe. I think gotta go attack in this game. It's pretty difficult to attack properly. Obviously, you gotta go one depth. It's FIFA 21, of course. You gotta go one depth.
One eternity later.
Williams, 26 years old, 82. Oh right, yeah. You can stay there. I'll change it when I get to it. Other than that, I'll have to get some more backups, but maybe a left back is what I need. This guy's fast, but his stats are atrocious. That's promising. That is very promising. Okay. No potential though. It's first season at Portsmouth, so I can't really be greedy, can I? I think any player I get, I'm just gonna get on loan. So 63,000, that should be plenty. I'll leave some for negotiation, but yeah. Alright, let's sim forward a little bit. I hate these training days, how you have to manually simulate them all. Alright, I think for today, because it's already gone pretty long going through all of it, I will play the Sunderland game. The rest I might play the Sunderland game, then move on to episode 2, actually. Alright, let's play. As I said earlier, I will be talking about the Jake Paul and Ben Askren situation. The fight, obviously, is what I'm referring to. April 17th, I believe it's April 18th here in Australia. I've watched all of these YouTube fights. I've seen some from Ben Askren. He's not a great striker, but the thing about him is he is a fighter and he can take hits. And I don't think Jake can handle that. Because you see with Nate Robinson, he was getting a few hits on himself. And if you're letting Nate Robinson, a basketball player, get some punches on you, and you let Ben, you're definitely going to be letting Ben Askren get some hits on you. I really hope he's not getting any hits in him. Yeah, I don't believe Jake Paul can last a distance, so he's gonna have to hope for a quick knockout if he wants to win this fight. Because I don't think we have no proof of him being a very cardio-based fighter, because the Nate fight lasted 2 rounds, but it never should have. That should have been ended after the first. Because first was that knockdown. Like the first knockdown, I think. But at the end of the day, the dude was, like 5 inches shorter than Jake Paul, and he looked like a kid next to him. I don't know who thought that would be a good fight, but it just was not. Oh, this is a great start to the season. Alright. Gooch, of course. Of all players it could have been, it had to be someone named Gooch. Now another heads up about this career mode is I don't know anyone outside of the top 5 leagues really. So if any of these players come up and I mispronounce a name, I apologize. Back to the Ben Askren and Jake Paul fights, because I went off on a little tangent with the Nate Robinson thing. Okay, this is not going well for me. Anyway, I believe Jake Paul most likely will win this. Really depends on how Ben Askren can take Jake's offense. Because he's been out of the fight game for at least a couple of years now. He got a hip replacement recently. He's basically an old man. I love Ben Askren. Well, from what I've seen of him, I'm not someone to say that I've followed his entire career. But, yeah, I can't see him beating Jake Paul. But if he can cause damage to Jake Paul, I will be happy. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to see. We want to see Jake Paul damaged, and we want to see him tested. We want to see how good he actually is as a boxer. And if he can actually fight from the back foot, because we've seen him fight from the back foot with Nate and Anison Gibb, but it's really a different situation compared to Ben Askren, who has fought professional fighters. Like he may have had to wrestle in most cases, but he has still taken beatings from professional fighters, so he's not going to be scared to hit you. I'm not saying that like Jake Paul's actually watching, but he's not going to be scared to hit him. I'm going to be playing a legendary, because if I play ultimate, I'm just going to be losing by 6 every single game, and no one wants to see that. I am atrocious at this game. You'll see me get better, because the better players I get, the better I play with them, obviously. It will be an entertaining fight. I have no doubts about that. It's going to be a hell of a lot more entertaining than Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. I like Logan Paul. I don't watch his videos. I listen to his podcasts. I like the dude. He seems alright. Forest aside, he seems like he's changed. But that fight, that's nothing. Like, sure, you can get a big hit on, but this is Floyd Mayweather. You're not going to land a big hit to be able to knock him out. So I believe this fight with Jake Paul and Ben Askren is going to be just miles more entertaining than Logan Paul and Floyd. Because you can say all you want about Floyd. Like, he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. And you can say how he fucking hugged Manny Pacquiao in their fight and everything, but that's just strategy. And that strategy worked for him. And he's always been a very defensive fighter, and even after retirement, he always will be. Alright, now that that is done, I think oh my god.
Wow. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, welcome to my series. Yeah, losing 4-0 in the first game. Great stuff. Entertaining stuff. Foul, surely. How? How is that not a foul? The more you see me play, the more Bergen I'm gonna sound, to be honest. What on earth was that? Because when I get angry, I just turn into the most Bergen person you'll ever see. And if you don't know what Bergen is, it's kind of like the Australian equivalent of a redneck. Please don't score another one. I know I'm shit at defending, but...
Not acceptable anymore. It's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. This is...
How? How does that even happen? I need to see this. This is going to be a very, very long series. If this is how my goalkeeper's going to play. Holy shit, I could have saved that. And I'm just some fat bloke. Alright. That's the end of our first game. 5-1. At least I scored. Gotta look at the positives. If you don't look at the positives, then you'll never want to play the game. Because there's way too many negatives. Alright, well, on that note, I think I might call that an episode because I'm just going to go cry myself to sleep after that 5-1 loss to Sunderland, of all teams. Had to be Sunderland. Anyway, catch you guys in episode 2 where we will find a new topic where we can talk more about.